Hey everyone, welcome back to FSi DFS. I'm McKinley412, looking at the small 4-game slate here for Wednesday night. But before we get started, if you haven't heard already, we do have a new soccer coach here at FSi, which means that the soccer room is going to be completely free for all of December. Just go to our website, just go to the subscription page. You can get a month access to our soccer Discord completely free, where the new coach, Charlie, is going to be providing cores, answering all of your questions for the slates. You could go follow him on Twitter if you want to. Charlie Snyder. It's the A is a 4, and he's got a number 1 in there as well. But this guy is amazing, just absolutely incredible. If you're at all familiar with soccer DFS, you know, and you have seen Charlie's name at the top of the leaderboards, 15-time King of the Pitch qualifier. It is just incredible, the track record that this guy has in soccer, and he's doing preview videos as well, and he already has a preview video up on our channel. So if you want to pause this one, go check that out. There is a nice soccer slate on Wednesday afternoon with, I think it's a $30,000 GPP is the big one. So yeah, go hear his insights. It's pretty impressive what he's been able to accomplish. But let's focus on hockey in this video. Pardon me if I do start to cough. Kind of like talked myself right into that one. But yeah, so here we go. Vegas, biggest favorite at only minus 155. Like, it is a pretty even slate up and down. Edmonton is minus 125, but they are looking very good. They're finally looking like the Stanley Cup offense that we were expecting going into the season. And their defense has finally looked a little bit better. So yeah. Going to the projected goalkeepers, nothing really of note here. I guess there is stuff of note. Ranta, he's struggled all season long, but his number is a little bit lower just because he had one absolutely horrendous start, I think 2 starts ago here. And then Vasilevsky, his number is pretty low, but Vasilevsky is still one of the best goaltenders in the entire world. There's really not a debate about that. He just had one bad start, and he's got a limited data sample size just because his first game was over Thanksgiving. That was his first game of the season, so he doesn't have too much of a sample size. But everybody else, pretty even all around, which, yeah, the odds kind of show that as well. So let's go into some of the line stacks here. We're going to go with that top line of Edmonton. I just mentioned that they are finally, putting it together. They're finally becoming that juggernaut team that we were kind of expecting. So this top line of Nugent Hopkins, McDavid, and Hyman. Hyman, he has been an absolute floor machine. He is shooting the puck like crazy. He's also generating points as well. I think he's just far too cheap. If I was going to be playing cash, or I am going to be playing cash, but I do think that Hyman is certainly a guy that I'm going to be looking at with strong interest, especially at that price tag. McDavid, we know all about him. And then Nugent Hopkins is very affordable. He gets top line minutes. He skates next to Connor McDavid, and he's going to be skating on a top power play unit, so they get full correlation as well. Now they're going to be going up against Ranta, most likely. Might not be Ranta, might be Kochetkov, but still, all of the Carolina goaltenders have kind of struggled throughout the course of the season here, so it would not shock me if Edmonton and their offense is able to keep it, this winning streak or this offensive surge going, and do pretty well here tonight. Another line stack I'm going to be paying attention to is going to be the top line for Tampa Bay in Stamkos, Point, and Kucherov. Kucherov is essentially just like a video game player. Excuse me. At this point in time, like the amount of shots that he is generating just gives him an absurd floor. And his price really reflects that at 9.6K. There is a little bit of downside from that, is that because he is shooting the puck so often, it means that Stamkos and Point have not been, shooting the puck or had the opportunity to shoot the puck as often themselves. So the offense is really flowing through Kucherov, but still, these are 3 guys who are all-stars. They are veterans. They've played together for years upon years upon years in Tampa Bay. So they got fantastic chemistry and really the opportunity to break a slate, essentially. So I do like them. A little bit of discount on Stamkos and Point just because they have toned it back ever so slightly. Before we get into the individual plays, I do want to talk about the special teams here real quick. Edmonton and Carolina. Edmonton's power play against Carolina's PK is really the only large difference that was kind of noticeable. Every other matchup, you either had a good power play versus a really good penalty kill, or you had the average power play versus the average penalty kill, or bad against bad. Nothing was really standing out. So Edmonton, that was really the only one that was sticking out in terms of that. So going into individual plays, we'll go with Jack Eichel here at 8.4K. Vegas had a really sluggish offensive 2 weeks there. They shook up their lines. They put Stone up top next to Eichel. They dropped Marchessault down to the second line, and it's honestly really worked for everybody. The offense is doing much better. I know they didn't score. They only scored 1 goal last time out, but still, they were generating a whole lot of shots and high danger chances. And Eichel was kind of at the forefront of that. He's shooting the puck like crazy. He's got a great shot floor. You could, if you want to, pair him with Marchessault. They don't skate on the same... battery's running low on my laptop. Gotta wrap this video up, I guess. But Eichel and Marchessault, they don't skate on the same even strength line, but they still do correlate on the top power play unit. And Marchessault, since he saw the drop down to the second line, he's actually been doing better himself as well. So I don't mind going with either of these guys here for Vegas, facing off against St. Louis team that still doesn't really, scare me defensively at all. We're going to go with Malkin here at 5.9K, and this is mainly because his price has collapsed. We were paying $7,600 for him just a week and a half or 2 weeks ago. So we're getting almost a $2,000 discount from where he was. And it's because the offense has dried up a little bit from him. He hasn't been on the score sheet as much. He's still getting there from time to time. But he's still generating shots. He's still generating 2, 3, 4 shots every single game. So the floor is there. The opportunity is there for him to get on the score sheet. And Tampa Bay, they allow a lot of shots against. And if Vasilevsky does have one of his, rough outings out there, I'm not expecting it, but, Malkin can certainly be in play. He's great, great DFS play, especially on the road. Then we're going to go... Excuse me. Then we're going to go with Kotkaniemi here for Carolina. He skates on the second line for Carolina. He's actually sandwiched in between Svechnikov and Teuvo Teravainen. Kotkaniemi, he does skate on the second power play unit. Svechnikov and Teravainen are on the top power play unit, so you don't get that correlation there. But still, I really think with Edmonton probably matching McDavid and their top line up against the top line of Carolina with Sebastian Aho, I think that the second line definitely could be in for a little bit of a better showing than the top line of Carolina, and they're just very affordable. Svechnikov, I want to say, is 5'1", and Teravainen might be 4'8" in terms of salary, so you're getting a lot of discount in, what I expect to be a kind of high-scoring affair. I know it's a 6.5 over-under. Would not shock me if it goes a little bit above that. And if you were to be betting on the money line, I would actually go with Edmonton here. In terms of defense, no, not defense. Let's talk about Tkachuk here. This is mainly just a floor play in terms of he's just going to shoot the puck a ton. A Tkachuk player shooting the puck a ton. Not surprising. So yeah, so 6.8K. Don't mind that value there. Bouchard, 6.4K. Pair him with Nugent Hopkins, McDavid, Hyman. He's going to be skating on that top power play unit. So if you don't want to go with one of these guys, you could replace them with Bouchard. Burns for Carolina. You could pair him with Kotkaniemi or Svechnikov, Teravainen, or Sebastian Aho if you do want to go that route. But he provides you with a nice floor. And then Pettersson, I just try to go with all the different salary tiers. Pettersson, just a guy who sees monstrous minutes. He's going to see 24, close to 25 minutes per game of ice time. And anytime you see that much ice time, you're going to be, in line to possibly get the shot block bonus, which at 3K, if you can just get the shot block bonus and nothing else, you're going to be paying off your salary just fine. Obviously, there's more individual plays that I like that I haven't really talked about here. Draisaitl, obviously being one of them. But yeah, so if you want to come join us, like I said, Soccer Room, completely free all of December. Just go to our website. We'll have a monthly package. It's completely free. But we do have packages for the NHL Room as well. So I'd love to have you. Come join us. And yeah, so that kind of wraps it up. Good luck in your contest. As always, go check out Charlie's video for soccer for that EPL slate on Wednesday afternoon. Good luck in your contest, and we'll see you tomorrow.